Namaskar. Good evening, friends. I welcome to my YouTube channel Life and Economics. Today I will discuss the most important and burning topic of the day about reforms in tax system as spoken by our Honorable Prime Minister today. In a video speech, Honorable Prime Minister spoke about some changes in tax administration, which was dubbed by others as tax reforms, which is not actually tax reforms. His proposal says, or his speech is indicate for a transparent tax system honoring the honest taxpayer and a transparent tax reforms will be based on faceless assessment, faceless appeals, taxpayer charters, and tax paying will be seamless, painless, and faceless. All are some little bit technical term or a term to create some illusion in the mind of people. Exactly, it is neither reforms nor measure to augment the tax collection. It is a speech made to divert the attention of people from real issue. However, before discussing his proposal or tax reforms, it is necessary to discuss about taxation. Imposition of tax is necessary to raise the resources which can be spent for managing the government or spending in welfare schemes or whatever may be. Money is necessary or resources is necessary which can be generated through tax, non-tax, borrowing. Those are measures. So tax is the most important vital component of raising resources because a government needs resources to manage the administration, economy, or whatever one may tell. Tax is usually two types, direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax means whose impact or incidents fall upon the entity, but indirect tax whose impact or incident does not fall upon the entity, it passes to others. Direct tax is progressive while indirect tax is regressive. Direct tax such as income tax, corporate tax, wealth tax, banking transaction tax, inheritance tax, all are direct tax. Now we don't have wealth tax or inheritance tax or banking transaction tax. Exactly the person who pays is affected or it does not pass to other. Indirect tax it passes to person who consume it. For example, one purchase a commodity The manufacturer pay tax, then when it is sold to customer, they pay tax. It is gradually passes to others. Indirect tax is regressive because both poor and rich pay at the same rate. For example, any commodity, if a rich purchase or a poor purchase, whoever purchase, they pay the same amount or same tax. So indirect tax is regressive, and a government policy should be to raise more revenue from direct tax, not indirect tax. Usually people think that rich are paying tax or a select class are paying tax. Actually everybody is paying tax. A beggar is paying tax, a poor man is paying tax, a person who is a slum dweller he is also paying tax through indirect tax. They may not pay, all may not pay direct tax, but everybody pays indirect tax. In addition to indirect tax, everybody also pays the cost of advertisement. The product we use contain the cost of advertisement which is paid by every person. So nobody should say that poorer section are not paying. So all the poorer section of the society are paying tax. So indirect tax should be less, direct tax should be more, and a direct tax, higher direct tax should be imposed on the those whose income is high. A tax system should be can be called transparent or progressive when one pays according to his capacity. That means rich should be pay at a higher rate, corporate should be pay higher rate, where lower income should pay lower rate. But in our country, the tax system is not progressive, it is regressive. Particularly, the revenue generation from indirect tax is increasing while direct tax is decreasing. Secondly, for example, income tax rate after up to above 10 lakh is 30%. Then there is some, depending upon income, there is some surcharges. That means those who have income 2 crore or 5 crore or 10 crores, almost all are paying 30%. Once upon a time, our highest income tax slab was 97%. Under the pressure of rich, this rate has been reduced. So those who are earning crores and crores rupees, they should pay not 30%, they should pay 40%, 50% or 60% or 70%. In some countries, the highest tax slab is much more than what India has. So our tax system is regressive, and a rich does not pay at higher rate. And particularly, there is a huge tax evasion, and as a result of which tax GDP ratio is declining. Crores of rupees, around more than 8 lakh crores rupees are locked in tax dispute. Lakhs of rupees or crores of rupees are given through tax forgone in every years. As a result of which our tax GDP ratio is one of the lowest in the world. So any reforms should raise the tax GDP ratio first. Our tax GDP ratio, which was around more than 11% in 2017-18, has declined to 9.8% in 2019 and 20. It is around 9 or 10 years low. And similarly, direct tax has also, as percentage of GDP, has declined. Normally, people get confused. In nominal term, in absolute term, it increases, but it should be measured as percentage of GDP. So as percent of GDP, tax GDP ratio or tax as percent of GDP is declining. And when it is 9.8% or let average 10% or 10 plus, in some other OECD countries it is 34%, more than 34%. In many advanced countries, other countries is 40%, 50%, 60%, 35%, 25%. So our tax GDP ratio is one of the lowest, for which government is facing always shortage of revenue. So in health education is getting privatized, and we have the one of the lowest expenditure as percent of GDP in health, and in education it is also one of the lowest. So welfare scheme is curtailed, development of expenditure is curtailed because there is no resources. So when tax reform is discussed, Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister should point out how the tax GDP ratio can be increased. Other things does not carry any meaning because this is just ornamental speech. So, but there was no comment how to enhance the tax GDP ratio. That is the most vital things regarding simplifying tax system or tax filing. These are activities can be carried out by CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes. So for a more than 22 minutes long speech of Honorable Prime Minister does not address the root cause of the problem. What is the most reprehensible is that when our tax GDP ratio is declining, government has reduced our corporate tax, and this is welcomed by Honorable Prime Minister, Finance Minister, many writers. It is strange things because corporate tax, which was around 30%, has been reduced to 20%. Effective tax rate has been also equivalently reduced. Again, dividend distribution tax has been abolished, and it is paid by the shareholder, not the who pays the not the company. Next, minimum alternative tax has been reduced. So all things have been made to favor the big corporates. There is nothing in the last many years for the masses. No reduction in the indirect tax, rather it is increased. Recently, excise tax on petroleum products has been increased by exponentially. So poorer are been affected. So reforms that must address to raise the resources. If we will have resources, we can spend. So it is not a empowerment of it is not the empowerment of those who are paying tax. What Honorable Prime Minister has told to honor the honest taxpayers. Whatever he told, actually, particularly nobody is like to die or nobody is like to part with money. It is human tendency. So, but he did not tell how to honor the taxpayer. All those who are paying tax are honest. But the question is here, how to penalize who is not paying tax. That is the most important thing. Who are not paying tax, who are going for legal litigations, or who are evading tax, that must be addressed. And the question of empowering taxpayers, it is something sound discordant. It is something different. It has no implication. Particularly what Prime Minister told, that in a country of 130 crore people, only 1.5 crore people are paying tax. That means indirectly he has admitted that his policy of demonetization and GST has failed, because there is no increase in taxpayers. And another reason for people not more people are filing tax return, but who are paid, their number is 1.5 crore. The reason is that they don't have that much of income. Only some top people have huge income, those who garner the major shares of those who garner the benefit of the growth. So major people who have no much income to pay tax, or their income is not above the taxable limit. So it is necessary to raise the living standard or purchasing of the power of the people. So whatever Prime Minister told, is he honoring honest, or making it seamless, faceless? Actually, he should have addressed how to raise the tax GDP ratio. And some may think that tax GDP ratio has decreased due to COVID-19. It is quite wrong. COVID-19 has affected, and this result yet to come, because financial, after completion of financial, clear picture will come. But it was reduced in 2019 and 20. Only 7 days of 2019 and 20 G factor in calculating, or in calculating the resources generated in 2019 and 20. So in 2019-20, growth is 11 years low, tax GDP ratio has declined. In all indicator, India is at abysmal positions. But Prime Minister talk about the ease of doing business index, but he did not tell other indexes in which India is placed very awfully or abysmally in the world. So the thing is that reforms just not should not be confined to word. It should not be, there should not be any slogans only. There should be prime objective how to tax the rich at a higher rate, and how to increase the tax GDP ratio, so that more resources will be generated, and it can be spent for developmental activities. Thank you all.